What roles ion channels have in Michael Levin's theory of the bioelectric glue? Ion channels are like gates in the membranes of cells that control the flow of charged particles, ions, like potassium, sodium, and calcium. By opening and closing, these channels generate bioelectric signals that allow cells to communicate. Think of ion channels as Wi-Fi routers in a smart home. Just as routers send signals to control smart appliances, ion channels send bioelectric signals that direct how cells behave. These signals do not depend on genes alone. Instead, they form an electrical code that tells cells where they are in the body and what structures they should form. Example, in flatworms, if researchers alter ion channel activity, worms can regenerate a two-headed body instead of a normal one, without changing their DNA. This shows that bioelectricity acts as an information layer above genetics, guiding development and regeneration. How do cells know what to do and when? Cells know what to do based on bioelectric gradients, patterns of voltage differences across tissues. These gradients store information about the body's shape and function, like a morphogenetic memory, a blueprint for what the body should look like. Examples. In embryonic development, a fertilized egg divides into many cells. Even though each cell has the same DNA, bioelectric gradients tell them whether to become muscle, nerve, or skin cells. In wound healing, injured cells create bioelectric signals that attract repair cells to the damaged site. In regeneration, some species, like planarian worms or salamanders, use bioelectric maps to regrow entire limbs. Levin's research shows that by modifying these signals, cells can be reprogrammed to build new anatomical structures, without genetic editing. The role of electricity in chimeric organs in tadpoles. Levin's team conducted a groundbreaking experiment where they induced tadpoles to grow chimeric, mixed, organs in unusual places, simply by altering bioelectric patterns, no genetic modifications needed. Key findings from these experiments. Bioelectric signals override genetic instructions. Levin's team used ion channel drugs to modify electric fields, making tadpoles grow eyes on their tails or stomachs. Cells follow electrical roadmaps. Instead of blindly following DNA, cells interpret bioelectric patterns to determine what to build and where to put it. Organs function normally in new locations. The misplaced eyes in tadpoles could actually send signals to the brain, proving that bioelectric networks shape not just form, but also function. What do these experiments show? Bioelectricity is like software for the body. Just like software tells a computer what to do, bioelectric signals tell cells how to build complex structures. Genes are not the only blueprint. While genes provide the raw materials, bioelectric fields provide the instructions for assembling them. Future applications. Regrowing lost limbs in humans by activating bioelectric maps. Healing birth defects without gene therapy. Reprogramming tumors to become normal cells instead of cancerous ones. Big idea. Levin's work suggests that we can control biological shape and function using electricity, opening new doors for regenerative medicine and synthetic biology.